This is the Nortiv 8 Armadillo 2. Got a bit over 100 miles on this boot. I've got a good bit to say about it, and I'm excited for our long-term review. Stick around because this is going to be launching at about 50 bucks, and if you need to get out into the woods, it might be a good option to consider. All of the videos in the Grand Tetons Adventure series were made possible through generous contributions at my Patreon. Your patronage allowed me to purchase the gear used in this series and allows me to give unbiased reviews on this gear as well. Also, we do have sponsorships from the premium American-made gear manufacturer, The Hidden Woodsman, and my own knife brand, Exodus Knife and Tool. Please check them out in the description box below. Let's get you right back to the content. So I had some conflicted feelings before accepting these boots for review. These boots were sent to me for free from Nortiv 8. They're available on Amazon. It's not the kind of thing that I would normally review. I will post a video about that here where I discuss that, but I'll keep that out of this video. What we have here is a brand that I was previously unfamiliar with, Nortiv 8. Now that I've become more familiar with it, it seems to be so far a higher quality budget brand. Again, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe the normal MSRP on this boot's going to be $60, but when it launches, it's going to be $50. So what I have done so far with this boot is I have hiked at the Grand Tetons in Wyoming, Yellowstone, Arches National Park in Utah, and Mesa Verde in Colorado. I've got over 100 miles on these boots. That's not a lot, but you can tell here, unlike most boot reviews that you're probably going to see even as long term, we do have some wear on the tread. Maybe we've got over 100 miles on them. I don't know. But so far I can say that they are very comfortable. I have not gotten a bunch of blisters. Something I forgot to mention really quick here, probably because the mosquitoes were devouring me while I was talking. Something that I think is too often forgotten is what socks are you wearing in your boots? I'm going to be honest with you, you can wear a low quality pair of socks and a high quality pair of boots. If you wear them long enough, you're going to have issues, despite the fact that you have good boots. So, the socks that I wore primarily were Sock Guy socks. I like this brand. They're American-made socks. I have invested heavily in them at this point because I got pissed off about normal cotton socks recently, maybe 2 years ago. And then what I'll be wearing in the winter will most likely be Paca brand alpaca wool socks. I don't have to wear them only in the winter. I have worn them in the summer before as well. But this summer I've been wearing the Sock Guy socks. They are cooler. I will say that you can wear really high quality socks and be fairly satisfied even with a low quality boot. Socks are so important in not getting blisters and stuff like that, which may be why these boots required no break-in for me. No break-in at all. I put them on and they've been comfortable. So if you can break in a set of boots, because going on a hike in a brand new set of boots is a bad idea, you're supposed to break them in first. If you can put on a good set of boots that protect your feet while you're breaking your boots in, then you can have good boots, typically right off the line, without hurting yourself. So, forgot to mention that in case anybody was going to ask, well, what socks were you wearing in these? Sock Guy and Paca. They are waterproof. I don't think that they're very hot. Yes, my feet got hot in them. I was hiking in August in Utah. So yeah, it got hot. But I don't think that they're necessarily a hot boot for a full-size boot. They are waterproof. And I like them. I'm going to be honest. I do feel like my pinky could use a little bit more room here. This is a traditional size and shape of hiking boot. I would like to see a hiking boot with a more open toe box. So what would be cool would be to see Nortiv 8 instead of potentially doing a traditional hiking boot well. It would be cool to see them innovate a little bit and get a little bit ahead of the trend and have a boot with a wider toe box. But this is the initial impressions review. So what we're looking at here is I will be excited in probably about 6 months to say, through the winter, to say that these are an excellent quality boot regardless of the price, and that they have held up well after 1,000 or more miles, and that I can recommend them without second thought, so long as the boots that everybody is getting are the same quality as the ones that I am sent. I will be equally excited to say that the boots did not reach my my standard for quality at any price, and that you should buy from a more reputable manufacturer. Despite the fact that these boots were given to me for free, I am intrinsically wary of supporting Chinese-owned business. So either way this goes, the way that I look at it is either I can recommend to you guys a very affordable, high-quality boot that could help you get outdoors and have the adventures that I want to encourage you to have. Or this is another effort by Communist China to copy regular products, sell them at a bargain basement price, and it's going to be a ripoff. Either way, I really don't care. What we're going to do at the end of this full review, though, is I'm going to show you the use, like where you can't lie about wear, guys. You're going to have YouTubers show you these boots, and they're still going to have the texture on each traction block on the toes because they actually haven't been worn that much. Yeah, you can't fake wear. Maybe you could sandpaper them. That would look wrong. Whatever. But I'm also going to cut these in half. So I intend to wear these boots out, cut them in half, look at how they're made, and share that with you after they have been completely worn out so that we can see what's what. You know, I think it's going to be a good deal. Now, what is my criteria? I'm sitting here talking about whether or not these boots pass or fail my testing, okay? To me, hiking boots, if you intend to hike, are a highly important piece of gear because an improperly designed boot will cause you injury. Even if it doesn't mean you roll your ankle and fall off a cliff, wearing improper shoes while hiking can lead to shin splints and tendon problems and joint problems and all kinds of stuff if you're doing a lot of hiking. So this is an important piece of gear. To me, this is like as important as having a high-quality knife on your side. So if I start having issues with my body with these boots, that's going to be something that I'm going to talk about, and that will potentially be a fail. If these boots just catastrophically fail me on the trail, that will be a fail to my testing. Even if the soles are worn down, a boot should be designed so that the upper will outlast the lower. So if I'm out on a hike and the sole completely separates and I've got a floppy toe and can potentially bust my toes, injure myself, or whatever else, review's over. They're going to suck. Those are my criteria. This is important. Too much prepping, adventure, bushcraft, and hiking gear is marketed to a bottom basement price because they assume that people aren't going to actually use their gear. The problem is, for the people who do actually use their gear, which is a small percentage, if they trust that gear, it'll fail. And so again, I'm rather protective of your feet. Okay, because I want you to go out. I'm reviewing this because I want you to go out there and have a safe and enjoyable trip. Anyways, Nortiv 8, let me know what you think in the comment section below. The other thing that I'm going to do is, if the quality is acceptable on these, I'm going to look into the Nortiv 8 children's hiking boots because I feel like that's a market that's severely untapped, and I'm glad to see them hitting that as well. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will do some updates on Instagram of these boots. I will do some updates in my Facebook group, the Preppers Bunker. And with time, we will see how it goes. But so far for 50 bucks, I've put real miles on these. I've had no issues. So far, I'm satisfied. It may be early to say, guys. I don't like to be overly positive too early because I'd hate to eat crow on something like this. So far, I have to say, I'm highly impressed. What? I'm highly impressed with these boots. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I hope you have a blessed day.